Come to me, guys. Beautiful day today. And welcome. Yes, I am live. I am live and I am alive. And so today I'm going to discuss the topic extremely important, especially nowadays. Uh, why the foundation and understanding the foundation of who we are at the soul level can in fact help us create the life we desire. Yeah. And when I was preparing for this life, you know me, I'm crazy about all these cards, oracle cards that I have, and I love playing with them. I have chosen two. I will present you first the first one. This is the card between words. Do you see this? Yeah, I hope you see it. You see this flaming, entering new word. And I think that this is the time that we are now in. This is the time of transition, the time of transition, powerful transition. So, like this bird, we are with one leg in the old, and already we are entering something new, but we are not there yet. And sometimes even we can feel like some kind of lack of balance or schizophrenia, because some aspects are already coming, some things are coming from the new, and some we are still sitting in the old. And what is the foundation? What is our foundation? Foundation is what we think about ourselves. But what I think about this, it's not like when you ask me, like, or somebody else, who are you? I'm a doctor, I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm mechanic, yeah? But what do you think about yourself at this identity level? And many people really have identity issues nowadays. They are struggling with this identity. They are struggling with this who I am and what I really want in life. Who I am and what are my values. And why it is, I would say that even many people have identity crisis, identity issues and identity crisis. And many clients of mine with whom I've been working, this is, one of the priorities with which they come. Because they are in such a moment that either they are stuck and they do not recognize themselves in this life they have created, or they know at the deeper level that they are meant for more, that there must be something more in this life, but they don't know yet how to get there. Somebody is watching. Say hello. Oh, hi, Guido. Actually, my message is mainly for women, but well, I think the men also are struggling nowadays, partly with their identity. So, at some point, the women I work with know that there is something more. There is something more, and they have the soul desire coming from within that they want to access it. Because they are really freaking fed up with settling for less. and they are fed up and sick and tired with abandoning themselves. Well, I will be actually talking about this self-abandonment, sorry, later. Yeah. So let me start with this. Well, let me maybe introduce myself because maybe some of you might be watching later. If you watch later, give me hashtag replay, and maybe I will introduce myself because you might not know me. So I am Magdalena Varich. I am empowerment coach and transformational guide, and I help women who are in major life transitions to heal the past, to reclaim their power, and to unleash their inner lioness, so that they create the lives, the relationships, and the careers in which they feel centered, empowered, and fulfilled. And today's topic is extremely important because what you think about yourself is your foundation. And let me use the metaphor of the house. My father was an engineer. Well, he doesn't work anymore in this job, but he was building houses or other buildings. And if you don't have strong foundations, you are building your house on a sand. And something small will happen, like somebody will tell you something bad, negative, and of course you are going to believe it. And of course you are going to, this can actually diminish your self-worth, self-confidence, and then you might recreate it later and later. So let me address this question: how our identity is created. Our identity, well, mostly we are done by the age of 7. What does it mean? Uh, when we are kids, of course, we are absorbing like sponge. We are absorbing beliefs. We are absorbing opinions. And we, of course, don't have this adult person perspective. So we take it as face value. And we create, on the basis of this, we create the image of ourselves. And I don't talk even about pathological families or with families with some problems, huge problems, like alcohol or drugs or something like that. But of course, there are such families too. But I talk about average families, and most of them, when we think about our parents and their parents, which was our generation, in my case, my grandparents survived two world wars. So when we think of this, what my parents received from their parents and what they were giving my generation when we were kids, of course, remember that our parents always give us the best they can, but very often this is not upbringing at this beautiful conscious level that is empowering the child and that is giving the child the idea that you are lioness, you are the queen, you are the creator of your life. So how our beliefs are formed, how our foundations are created, as I told you, our parents. So very often, parents, school, media, very often we receive the idea that we actually are not good enough, that something in us is broken, that we are not worthy. And very, very often, these core wounds are formed. And what are the core wounds? These are these most painful wounds, which are being then recreated in our life. For example, the free universal core wounds. This is that I'm not lovable or I'm not loved, that I'm not worthy, and that I am not enough. And truth to tell, when I work with my clients, all of them have some of these wounds. Some of them have all of these wounds. I had some of these wounds too. And probably in some areas, in some situations, because I've done a huge or really, really massive work for the last 20 years and for the last 5 years. Yeah, I have healed a lot. I'm still healing and I'm in a completely different place. But sometimes in some particular life situations, still this some of this, I would say, debris of these wounds can be kind of recreated. I had, for example, I call it in my case Cinderella, like I'm not good enough. And of course, it resulted in my perfectionism. It resulted in my procrastination, which was my defense mechanism. It resulted in me, applying to 3,000 courses and making 3,000 certifications, because I was all the time thinking that, okay, I'm pretty good, but there is still something to be corrected. I still believe that I am, in some level, there is some piece that is broken and I need, to tweak, to correct, to improve, yeah. And when you don't stop this story, you can be correcting yourself till the end of time, yeah. So these beliefs are created, as I said, by society. Oh, when we talk about women, society, we live in patriarchal society. Of course, now we have extremely interesting times, and COVID and all these that we started to stop. We had to stop. The feminine energy comes into power, and women come into power. And this is now the time of women leadership. Because look, all these couple of thousands of years of patriarchal time, when we were suppressed, when we even couldn't vote, look how society was suppressing women for the last hundreds of years. Even when we think, I believe, 300 years ago, witches hunting. And of course, I would be burned at the stake, obviously. So we couldn't express ourselves. We had to be tamed. And look, when we are still looking in the world now, there are so many countries that a woman is like a possession of the man. So therefore, we have learned not to trust ourselves. We have learned not to express our emotions, our opinions. Why? Because simply, if you did it, you could be killed. Yeah, could be killed. It could just finish with your death, basically. Oh my God, This hair is disturbing. This piece of hair is disturbing. Uh, and that's why we abandoned ourselves. There is this idea of self-abandonment. And how it is being shown? For example, you are in a relationship with your partner, with your significant other, and this relationship is no good for some reason. And you know these reasons. I'm not going to go to the details, yeah. But you are suppressed, your needs are not met, or you abandon yourself at work. For example, you work in a company and you do beautiful projects, great projects, and somebody else takes the credit for it. Yeah, somebody else takes the promotion, like that. Or you want to open your company because you know that the job that you are doing now, it's killing you, it's not bringing you something you want, it's not good anymore, but you are afraid and you are stuck. Or you have your company and again you abandon yourself because these wounds are recreated in such a way that you decrease your prices, that you don't launch the things, that you do not show yourself authentically from this place of power. And why? Because at some level you have believed that you are broken, and this is being recreated. Yesterday I had a session with my client and she's going through some divorce and she was talking about the self-abandonment, that she was too long in her marriage. And she told me that we must go back to her childhood because she knows that she's recreating some abandonment from her childhood. She doesn't remember what it is, yeah. She doesn't remember the situation, but often we don't remember when we were small. And she wants to come back and dig in her past to find this root. And this is where the healing, so extremely important, healing is coming to place, yeah. Because even you might have this, you might be conscious, you might know that something is wrong, you might know that some things you've been recreating, but you don't know why. Okay, so it's very, very good. We cannot change the past. Obviously, we cannot change the past, but we may go back. We may sort of experience this once again, and we may give to this event a different perspective, the perspective of the adult person, with all the resources, with all the knowledge that we have now. And the last thing that I want to also mention, this is the hierarchy and the people that we are putting above. Who are these people? Gurus, all the gurus, psychics, clairvoyants, doctors, politicians. Fuck the gurus. This is now the time that you may choose your new beliefs, and that you may choose your new story, and you may actually start from scratch, or I should say maybe from experience, and you should, and you can, maybe should is not the best word, but you can actually start re not recreate start creating your life from a completely different point. So coming back to hierarchy, sometimes we have to visit doctors or people like that, but always, always, always filter this, what they say, through your inner knowing, through your intuition. Because very often, uh, doctors are like gods, you know. You cannot have children. You have cancer. You will live only 3 months. You know, I will give you the example. Some years ago, I had a cat. This cat was like 15 years old, my lovely cat. And he had tumor, some brain tumor. And the doctor told me, well, the operation is needed. It will cost some huge amount of money, but it doesn't matter. The operation is needed. If you don't make this operation, this animal will die within a couple of months. And it was not the issue with the money, because I would find this money, of course, and I would do this operation. But I felt like a kind of sensation in my stomach. And my guts told me, no, I had a wall. And well, the cat was living 3 or 4 years more. It was some brain tumor, which was actually benign. And he died, of course, because he was 18 years old. So he was really old animal, but he had problems with kidneys. So the tumor was not completely the reason. And also what I am inviting you is like to filter everything that you hear, and to question everything that you hear. Yes? And look at your emotions, because the people you meet, and especially the ones who will trigger you, they will show you something about yourself. Yes, they will show you definitely something about yourself. So when you are triggered by some people, ask yourself the question, what does this situation make me think about myself? And I want to again invite you to some process, which I also do with my clients. This is like really, really making a huge, huge, extensive assessment of your beliefs, of your especially negative beliefs, yeah. Because we keep them. And sometimes even they are, they are somewhere down in the basement, covered, because we didn't actually want to look at them. So I'm really inviting you to look at them, to question them, to ask this question. If you discover some belief, yeah, is this belief making me feel expanded or making me feel contracted? Is this belief supporting me on my path, and does it support my dreams and vision, or this belief is creating a block? Does it serve me now? Does it serve me my next version of myself? Or it does not? And if it doesn't serve me, well, that's a great one. you can change it. You can change it. And this is only up to you to change it. And of course, as I've been telling, this is extremely important to clean some debris that you have accumulated in your subconsciousness, all this garbage. Even if you've been carrying this 20, 30, 50 years, this is the time of taking radical responsibility for your life and being the creator of your life. Embody this inner lioness, embody this inner queen, embody this manifestor. And look around and look what is happening in your life, whether you like it in particular areas or not. And if not, this is telling something about your foundation. What you believed you deserve or what you believed you don't deserve. And again, this card that I have chosen. We are in between words. So it is very natural. Even yesterday I was talking to my client, yeah. Someday you may feel like, yes, I am in this new reality. I am creating, I am powerful. I feel this energy. Yes, I'm in the flow. Yeah, I'm joy. I'm pure joy. So you are there, already there. But because this is not your integrated deeply, you may be coming back from time to time to these old patterns, because some of these patterns are really, really strong and we are anchored to these old beliefs. But ask yourself the question, do I really want to still believe in something, in some words, or in some illusion, in some distorted truth that somebody else presented to me? Maybe it's now the time, and it is, that I am creating my new version, this version that I really want. And you have the power to do it. And the next card that I have chosen, insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, self-evaluation. Yeah, awareness. Awareness is the key for change. Self-evaluate yourself. Self-evaluate yourself. Yeah. Do this self-evaluation. When you see something you don't like, that doesn't serve you anymore, be sure you have the right and the power to change it. Because the beliefs, what is the belief? The belief is something you believed, but we don't have proof. If I told you that the trees are green, would you believe? Okay, give me the proof that they are not. So what I want to tell you is, you may actually believe what you want about yourself. And in this way, you are creating new foundation. And don't create this new foundation from the perspective of what other people tell you, what other people put you, because other people put you in boxes. Other people put you in frames. And what I want to do is to help you free yourself from frames, from limitations, from this forced reality. But it's, of course, extremely important to address the core wounds. Because if you are only changing, some small things, this is like in the tree, using the metaphor of the tree, Again, you must, if something happened with the tree, if the fruit is rotten, if there is something wrong, if the tree is ill, which means you are not manifesting something that you want, you must go to the roots. But what is amazingly, amazingly powerful is that you can do it. We are not doomed, yeah? Our life is not predestined. And especially now when this manifestation is happening at such a fast, speed. And we have so much power and we have so much influence and we have these choices. So I'm inviting you really to expanding your perception and to really, really going deep when you ask this question, who I am at the soul level. If I got rid of these false beliefs, who I am, you are a divine being. You are a spiritual being with human experience. And when you come from this perspective, you stop believing the gurus. You question everything you hear in media. You question what your parents say, what your partners say, and keep asking this question. Is this something that supports me with my vision, with my new creation, or not? And if this doesn't support me, if I let go of this belief, if I let go of this illusion because it doesn't serve me anymore, what new belief do I want to adopt? What am I open to believe, to invite in my world? To invite to my world, yeah. Well, I think this is the end of my rant today. As you know, I have a group, Women in Transition, Heal the Past, Reclaim Your Power, Start Over and Win. So if you feel that it resonates with you what I'm talking about, if you are a woman who is going through major life transition, and if you feel you are meant for more, you want to really create the life you desire, of course, I'm inviting you to join my group. There are trainings, there is inspiration, there is more, and we are building this community. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And remember that you are the creator of your life, and you really, the most important thing and your most important responsibility now is to make a decision to take this responsibility. And if you know that your house, that your life is built on sand and on false reality, you have the power to change it. And take not the ego perspective, but your soul perspective. Yeah. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day. Thank you.